of hair that was in the drain, or we have white flooring, so I could see a lot of the hair on the floor. So when you're sweeping or vacuuming, you can see how much hair is all over the house. My husband would tell me, Anna, you need to go do something about this. This is not normal. This is something you really need to try to combat because you're still young. And so a friend of mine told me about the Capillus cap and encouraged me to get one. And so I went and got it, and it's one of the best investments I've ever made in my entire life. It really has changed how I feel about myself, how I look at myself in the mirror, and it's really an amazing product.
My name is Terry Calvo, and I am 80 years young. About 5 years ago, I noticed that my hair was thinning and I was losing more hair more often, and really that was very depressing. I started using Capillus about a year ago, and every night I put my cap on for 6 minutes and makes wonders. And I'm very happy.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into HSN. My name is Nicole Hickel. Carly Klein is here with me. I'll introduce her to you momentarily, but I do want to invite you to hang with me for the next hour, because for me, I love when I can share something for you that can really make a difference in your life. Whether you're a woman, whether you're a man, there are so many of you that I know, or you know someone who is struggling with hair loss, hereditary hair loss, genetic hair loss. I'm here to say and to show you for the next hour that there is a solution. Here's the thing, coming here at HSN, we knocked off the prices almost 50% off. So Capillus has been around for years. Physicians use this as well. But here at HSN, we give the opportunity to own it outright. So once you buy it, you own it and you're good to go. You're getting it at $469. Now, I know I might be sparking something. You're like, oh, I've been looking for, an opportunity to address this. I've been looking for a solution. But I'm not looking to spend $469 right now. Use the FlexPay. It's there in place for you to stretch your payments over 5 months. $93 gets it home. That's on any debit or credit card. Those are interest-free payments, by the way, and then we ship it out to you immediately for free at that $93. But if you have an HSN credit card, this is where some of those perks come in. And you're always welcome to sign up for one, apply and buy. We'll put $40 in your account. You can apply it to this Capillus opportunity. But the big thing of having the HSN credit card is you have more time to pay off a purchase like this. We actually have an entire year. So your first payment today is about $37 to get this home, and the $39 to be precise to get this home. You think about that. This is something you'll use every day for 6 minutes. Every day for 6 minutes. When you think about that, you have an entire year. Usually we do 30 days. And let's be honest, 30 days is not enough time to really see results. You're going anywhere from 6 to 12 months where you see the results. We give you the entire year. We give you 365 days to give this a try. If it does not work out for you, you send it back and you get your money back. So it really is a risk-free opportunity. If you think about when you use this every day for 365 days, you're at like $1.29 a day. Think about it. Is that worth it to get that confidence back, to look in the mirror and be like, I want to see that after. That after, by the way, 6 months. Think about that. You still have 6 more months to go to see what this can do for you. So I want to welcome in our guest, Carly Klein. She has been working with women just like you see in the photo, men just like you see in the photo, for over 15 years to address hair loss. Hang out with us. She has so much incredible knowledge. I know you've worked with so many people. You've worked closely with physicians. So just thank you for joining us. This is
thanks for having me.
It's a topic that I know that sometimes we kind of shy away from talking about because we're like, no, I don't think any, I don't know. I understand it can be a little bit tough, but there is a solution in Capillus, and men or women.
Yeah, men or women. And here's the thing, whenever we're dealing with hair loss, and we were talking about this, some of the statistics on this, the first time that you are at home and you notice that you have a problem, 50%
Carly,
I'm
gonna step in real quick. I'm so sorry, hon. I realize I don't hear her mic. Are you all picking her up? Oh, you are hearing it? Okay. Okay, perfect. I couldn't hear her, so go ahead. I just want to make sure you at home were able to hear her because the knowledge she has is absolutely incredible. So I'll set you up again to talk about that.
Yeah, so hair loss, whenever we're dealing with hair loss, you know, 80 million Americans are dealing with hair loss. And a lot of times we think, oh, it's stress or it's hormone, but the number one is genetics. So 80 million people, that means 4 out of 5 of you watching right now are having some hair loss. And Capillus I've been using in my own treatment centers for over a decade, and it is outstanding with the results.
Yeah.
Completely stops the loss.
Which is, and that's the biggest thing about this too, is as we really dive into this, we'll tell you who this is for and who this is not for. Yeah. But a lot of you, this could be a great opportunity for you to get that confidence back, to really regrow hair. But the biggest thing too about this, and just to show you, the cap that you're seeing, this is it. We'll show you the inside. I'll have Carly break that down. We have a really great image to show you that as well. But this is portable on the go. So all you do is recharge it. So it is portable on the go. You could be doing this in your kitchen. You could be doing this wherever, but this is the technology, which is, by the way, FDA cleared.
Yeah. Yeah, not only is this FDA cleared, we were one of the ones that actually were able to do the studies, and we found the people who had really some significant hair loss, and we did the studies, and 98 to 99% effective in stopping hair loss. So in this image that you're seeing right now, this is really where the science, the medical science is going with laser. This type of laser is getting down 650 nanometers right to that bulb, and it's getting that laser to open up the blood vessels and force food and water back into those little weak hairs and make them thicker again. So if you think of the plumbing in your scalp, we are having all these blood vessels that are shutting down. So when you feel your hair, you feel that it's getting finer. We don't have that volume. How many of us women say we used to have a ponytail this big and now it's getting smaller? That's because the hair is miniaturizing. That's where this laser comes into play, because that's gonna go and pop back open and force feed those hairs so that it gets to that thickness that you once had. So it's a fantastic, easy, like we were just talking about. Put it on 6 minutes. I do it in my car on my way to work. You pop on the button and it's on and you're stopping your hair loss.
Yeah, and it's for 6 minutes every day. And I love that it comes like in the sports cap, and we'll really break down how you utilize this. Just know that this is a solution that you're welcoming into your home that really couldn't be more simple. It's as simple as just putting on a cap, pushing the button, and having it on your head for 6 minutes. That's it. So think about, when do you have 6 minutes? I mean, we could all put aside 6 minutes, right? It could be when you're brewing your coffee. It could be after you're doing your morning skincare routine. You're like, all right, I'm gonna put on my cap, walk around, open the blinds, let the dog out, and you're doing it all with the sports cap on. So nobody knows, even if you're wearing it when you're like in the car, whenever you're doing that, nobody knows what you have on. I will point out, we'll dive in deeper, that in this opportunity, there's an activator that goes with it. This is just really helping that build onto that progression. So you're conditioning the hair, you're strengthening the hair. This is a $60 value that we're adding in that you're not paying for. Auto ship is available. You see that at the top of the left side of your screen. That means that we will ship this out to you every 30 days, and that price will be at $60.95. So that's just gonna really help you in your progress. But let's listen a little bit more to those who have gotten this home, tried it, and seen incredible results.
Hi everybody, my name is Lou Lozada. I'm a longtime Miami musician. You know, when you get up on stage, you really want to look your best, and I noticed that my hair was thinning a little bit, so I looked into laser therapy. I decided on Capillus, and I recently saw my 6-month before and after photos, and you can tell there's a difference. So thanks, Capillus. Definitely looking forward to seeing the results after a year.
And that's Lou right there.
Yeah.
He got those results after 6 months. And this is, Carly, we'll kind of walk people through the process whenever they get this home. I know that you've worked with Capillus. You've seen the product for years.
Yeah.
This is an FDA cleared, which is really incredible. It's portable. It's 82 laser therapy device that you are getting. It's as easy as putting on a hat and pushing a button. Here's the thing. This is not something that you get home and it's a quick fix. Because what you are doing is really promoting real hair growth. It is real hair that is coming out of everyone's head that you see in those afters. It's restoring that thinning hair that you see due to genetics. And then here's the biggest thing, it's preventing any further progression of hair loss. So once you start it, you're stopping it in its tracks, and then now we're really addressing where you see that thinning, the hair is coming back. So we don't give you 30 days like we usually do on our other products. We don't even just say, hey, we're only gonna give you 6 months. We actually give you 12 months to give this a try, and then if you don't see results after 365 days, and if you break down the sale price that we're giving you, that's about $1.29 a day per treatment that you're getting. $1.29 a day to get that confidence back and address that hair loss that you may be seeing. For 6 minutes a day and $1.29, this could be a game changer. This could be the solution that you have been longing for years in addressing that hair loss. So if you don't see the results that you love after a year, you get your money back. So it truly is a risk-free opportunity. And as we go this before and after, Carly, this is what's a wow. After one year, to think that wearing a cap for 6 minutes a day, you are regrowing your hair.
Yeah, and here's the thing. All of these clients that you're seeing, not one of them came in skipping thinking, oh, I'm having results. Like I said, you literally, this gentleman that you're looking at, see how much peach fuzz he had?
Right.
We have a lot of hair there that just needs to get food and nourishment, and then all of a sudden you're seeing all this growth. So take photos, because here's what's gonna happen. As soon as you get your device at home, you're gonna start wearing it, and you're gonna keep looking up there for hair to grow, but you're not gonna see that. You didn't notice until you lost 50%. You won't notice it coming back. But then all of a sudden you'll see your photos and you'll start going, oh, I lost that. I forgot that I look like that. So that is the key, taking photos. In the first 3 months, a lot of times, sometimes people will see an uptick in shedding. Why? Because all these hairs that have barely been getting food for all these years start to get food, and the hair will start to push out. So it's normal to actually lose 500 to 700 hairs a week. So keep in mind that if you have an uptick, that means hair is growing, it's pushing out the old stuff. 6 months, we're starting to stabilize and looking better in the mirror, and then you'll continue to grow for years on the laser therapy.
Yeah, that's really, so that's what you expect. 3 to 6 months, you're decreasing in that hair loss.
Yep.
And then after an entire year, this is visible. This isn't searching. This is visible, fuller appearance of hair. And then look for the results after 2 years, because the thing is, once you start this, you keep going, and that's why I love that it's only 6 minutes. We can all dedicate 6 minutes a day, right?
Yeah.
By the way, it's only $1.29 for a year. So now when you're in your second year, 24, you own the device. You've already paid for it. It is done, and that's the most noticeable results that you are getting. With having 365 days to own this and to have it in your home, to see the results, taking pictures is the best thing you can do. Those are always my suggestions to you when you start a beauty product, whether it's on your skincare, and then of course when you're starting the journey about trying to have that hair growth, that hair come back due to hereditary hair loss or genetics. So let's dive in, and I do want to point out how you can get this home. This is made in the United States. I'll point out how you can get this home, because I know for many of you watching, you're like, this is the yes that I needed. I'm ready to add it to my cart. $93.80 is that first payment to get it home on any debit or credit card. It could be your Amex, Visa, whatever you love shopping with already. We ship it out to your doorstep immediately, and you're on and ready within the next few days when you get this to your doorstep. If you have your HSN credit card, you can apply and buy and utilize this. You get an entire year to pay this off. So not only do you get an entire year to have this in your home before you're like, I want to send it back, it didn't work, you also have an entire year to pay it off, and that's about $39 a month. That's your first payment today on this Monday morning, and then we ship it out to you for free. The Activator serum is included. I'll have Carly touch on that. Just know that you do not have to have the serum for this to work. But once you start seeing that hair come in, you're gonna really wanna love on it, nourish it, condition the hair, and that's what that Activator serum does for you. So I love that we include that bonus that you're not paying for it $60.95.
Yeah.
You can have it shipped to your doorstep every 30 days. That's what auto ship means. But I like that we include that value. But before we talk about the serum, I really want to look at everyone and tell them who this is for and who this is not.
So this is going to be for the people who are not bald. I mean, we need hair to be there. We were joking that you can't resurrect the dead, right? So you've got to have hair there, fine hair, thinning hair. There's a lot of hairs that we look at under the microscope that you could never see by looking in the mirror that these are going to rejuvenate. So when we're looking at different classes, there's the Ludwig scale that we're going to look at. That is where we look at our family history. What does our mom look like? What does our grandmother look like? Then we've got the Norwood scale, which is what we look at for all the males that are in our family, because this is a genetic disease. So we're looking for, if you have thinning, if you feel like you're just getting see-through, today is the worst that your hair is ever gonna look, because all we can do is move forward once you start feeding the hair. Yeah. Now, what I love about this is that with my clients, I have a treatment center. This is all we do is hair loss. And so we track them. We take photos. This is what you need to do at home. Wear this, have your cup of coffee, watch. 3 months, you're gonna be amazed at how much more volume you have and how much shinier you have it with your hair. Now with this scalp activator, what I love about this is just wash your hair. When it's damp, this is the best to add this, it's serum. When you look at people who have hair loss, we typically have drier hair because we're not getting that blood and that nourishment that the laser's gonna start feeding. This activator has nutrients in it, DHT blockers. You've all heard of DHT. This is a hormone that causes the hair loss. There's no parabens, no sulfates, antioxidants are in there, so this is gonna be great, but like Nicole was saying, this is not a make it or break it. This is an added value to have healthy hair, but this is really what's gonna do the job, is getting that blood and that nourishment back into the hair. And this is medical science now. We never had anything close to stopping hair loss except for a medication for men, but for women, we just had really minoxidil out there that was 10% effective in slowing down hair loss. This is 98 to 99% will stop the hair loss. So if you think, I have an issue, we need to stop this, because a year from now, 2 years from now, you're not gonna be able to get extensions. You're not gonna be able to get your hair done the way you want because we're losing it so quickly.
Right.
My average age I see now it's scary. It's 14 to 40.
What?
That's the most, yes,
wow.
And 16, 17 years ago, it was mostly 50s and up. So it's really, you know, such a wide range in hair loss that we're seeing with people now, just for a lot of factors, but still the number one is genetics. It's just happening a lot earlier.
And you think about that too, is we take, I know I do, and I know you do as well, a lot, men and women, like my husband too, we take pride in our hair, and I can't even imagine how that feels for a teenager and losing their hair. The good thing that you need to know about this too, especially maybe you're watching right now, you're like, that is my granddaughter, that is my grandson, that is my daughter, my son, my nephew, my niece, that is a loved one that I know and I want to help them out. To give you that peace of mind, it's FDA cleared. And it's important to have that clearance because this is deemed a medical device for you. And it has proven results, pictures that we can show you, but also clinicals that have been done. And look at your screen right now, because you truly are regrowing hair. I know that, and I'm guilty of it too. I live in a day where I'm like, I want to see it now. I want instant gratification. This is not instant gratification, but this is what I will tell you. Today is what, March 27th, right? March 27th, March 28th. April will come, May will come, June, July, the holidays will come. Time is gonna go by regardless if you add this to your cart. But if you're thinking right now, you're like, you know, yeah, my confidence has taken a hit, right? It's natural. We're attached to our hair. We love, it just shows who we are, right? We get to express ourselves with our hair. If you've noticed that it's taken a shot to your confidence, if you've noticed you look at your mom or your dad or your grandparents and you know it's hereditary hair loss, it's genetic hair loss that you're struggling with right now, give it a try. Because here's the thing, there's not a lot of places that you could physically walk into and say, hey, I want to address my hair loss. I'm going to pay the price. I need to split it. Maybe they'll let you split it, right? Maybe they'll let you split the price. But to say, you know what, if I don't see the results after 365 days, and you're saying, hey, those are gonna be visible results, we have proven before and afters, I want my money back. HSN does that. So this is a risk-free opportunity. This is one of those purchases. It doesn't happen often for us, right? But this is one of those things where you're like, you know what? I can go all in and I can get it all back if I don't get what I want out of it. So get it home. You're not tethered to an outlet.
Yeah.
You're not wearing a helmet, you know, of some sort, right? It's this cap. It is this cap, and underneath the cap are 82 lasers that you are getting with it as well. We can show you the image. You see all your connected Q is like this. We're familiar with a little box like that, right? That's what we charge like our devices with. That's what's taking you on the go. Morning in the coffee, boom, now you're addressing your hair loss. Glass of wine at night and some HSN fun with us, boom. Now it's 6 minutes a day. And how the price breaks down, because we're nearly 50% off. Our original's $8.99. Now we're at $4.69, making it more obtainable for more people to get this because, frankly, this is something that a lot of people have probably been looking for. You are paying at $4.69 at the sale price. When you have a whole year, think about it, you're paying $1.29 a day for 6 minutes to get these treatments. The cap itself is $8.99. Then we're throwing in that Activator serum. That's another extra bonus just to love and care on that hair, that is real hair that you're growing. But this is, I'm so happy that I get to share this with people on this Monday morning. Because if there's one thing about me, I like to keep it real with people. I like to give people the opportunity to get something home that could really change their lives. And if you're sitting at home right now, you're like, well, you know, I'm a woman in my 50s, can I use this? Yes. I'm a male in my 40s or my 30s. You could be a male in your 20s. Yes, you can utilize this. I think it's important to address too that it doesn't matter your skin tone. It doesn't matter how much melanin you have in your skin or not. I mean, this is gonna work for even different skin colors.
And I think this is what's really important too, when we're looking at the different Fitzpatricks on this, we want to make sure, you know, that you are in that skin type that's going to work. This works for everyone, and that's the great thing. It's just really being consistent with your treatments.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is not looking at your age, because every single person who has hair loss, you could have an 18-year-old with more aggressive hair loss than your grandmother. So it's really about taking action right as it's happening, because you have a window that you can reverse. And so that's why this is so important, because we are looking at something that is, as you said, self-confidence.
Yeah.
I mean, that is why I got into business, is I was working in dermatology, and we had so many people coming in. They couldn't even look at you in the eye, and it devastated me, because I thought, I don't want another woman or a man to feel like this and not be able to have control over something. And, you know, we used to have this right here, what you have, in our derm offices was $30,000 to $40,000 you'd have to come in 3 to 4 times a week for the rest of your life.
Right.
Now you can have it for the cost that you can have. I can't even, it blows my mind. And so you can do this for 6 minutes. Those used to be 30, 45-minute treatments. And that you'd have to continue to buy every year. Now this, you own this. So when we look at these are silicone, surgical silicone lasers. These are hand soldered. There is not another product like that out there. A lot of them are hard shells. They drop, they're gone. These are meant to last 20,000 hours, each individual laser. These are medical grade lasers. So how long do you have hair loss? You don't have it for a year or 2 years. You have this for the rest of your life. Right. So you need to have something that you're not going to have to continue to buy another laser, another laser. This is going to last you a long time.
20,000 hours.
20,000 hours.
And think of it, it's 6 minutes a day. 20,000 hours, and it's like just like a pinch of salt a day that you're utilizing. We listened to Lou, we saw his before and afters. If you missed that, we'll show you him again. But it's also important, we showed you a gentleman, we need to show you a woman as well. Her name is Terry. Let's listen to her experience with Capillus.
My name is Terry Calvo, and I am 80 years young. About 5 years ago, I noticed that my hair was thinning and I was losing more hair more often, and really that was very depressing. I started using Capillus about a year ago, and every night I put my cap on for 6 minutes and makes wonders. And I'm very happy.
If there's one thing, you can't fake a smile when you're talking about regrowing hair, right? It's like, you know, and what I think it's really great too is look at your screen at these before and afters. You could be that before, and you see different before and afters too. That's just, you know, you see light shedding that has happened, light hair loss, thinning that has happened. Look at that after. I mean, who would have known he had wavy hair like that?
Well, and I know, and if you look at him, he's a perfect example because especially with men, you know, the majority of men's hair loss happens between 18 and 29. You can see that a lot of your husbands, boyfriends, brothers, their hair will actually get lighter in color and it will stop growing. You'll notice the sides grow like a weed, but the top, you barely have to get a haircut, just like this gentleman you're looking at right now. And so it's really catching up to speed once you start feeding it properly. And we get to totally stop the loss. So looking at that, look at your family. And with women, it's the temples. We get those darn little short hairs.
Yeah.
And then we say we have a cowlick for the first time. We've always had it. It's just when we start to lose it, it starts to go a little bit wild. So those are all signs that you're starting to deal with a little bit of problems. And those are perfect for this.
Yeah, and I love that we were talking before of how you know that you're a candidate, who this is for and who it's not. You know, we can't resurrect the dead, as we had said. If you're just completely bald, this is not the opportunity for you. But a lot of you are watching, this could be that solution that you've been looking for. So we have the chart that's on there. Do you see yourself in the chart that you're looking for? And walk us through this chart, Carly, and then I like how we were talking about there's like a physical thing that you can do with your hair to tell.
Yes, so when we're looking, this is what dermatologists use. Now remember, these are medical grade lasers, so when we're looking at this from a medical standpoint. Look at the top of your head. If your part is widening, do you feel like the part is getting less and less sparse? You've got the temples that are receding. That is when we know that this is more of a genetic hair loss, which is perfect for this. We call this the Christmas tree distribution. So then we've got the Norwood. So where was your father on this? Where was your grandfather? Now, hair loss comes from both sides. A lot of times people think from their mother's side or their father's, but it's both. So are you thinning on the top in any of these areas? Like Nicole was saying, if you're bald, it's not gonna work. But what if you're a class 3 and you're losing just a little bit in the back? Well, we can totally freeze you at that 3. What are you gonna look like in 5 years? You'll never get any worse, and you'll probably get quite a bit thicker. So these are great to look at so that you can be able to kind of gauge where you're at, and could we get you to look like you did 5 years ago? That's the goal.
Yeah, it really is. And I love that before we would take a little bit of a break, it's kind of like a pause, refresh, grab your coffee, and then come and relax with us, or we always welcome those who are just joining us on HSN right now. But you were talking to me that there's something that we can do, because I was asking, okay, how do people, like we look at our grandparents or our actual parents, but there is something that you can do to kind of tell that you're on that way of, you know, that genetic hair loss, that hereditary hair loss.
Yeah, so a quick tip that I tell people is take where your occipital bone is, right where that bump is. That's what we call the donor area. Feel that hair and then feel it in areas where you're having struggles. If you feel like it's getting finer, then we know that you might be experiencing some early stages of genetics.
Yeah. Well, stay in the ordering process if you have made your decision. I know that this is a considered purchase, so we'll have another 30 minutes that we could hang out, talk about this, and I'll help you really stretch out those payments so you can get home this solution.
For over 25 years, her game-changing products have been reinventing clean to make life better and brighter for you and your family.
As a cleaning fanatic, I always think about germs and how to solve all that.
That's why Joy Mangano brings her new line, Clean Boss, to HSN.
I am so thrilled about Clean Boss technology, probably more than a self-wringing mop, if that's possible.
Watch and shop the whole line on HSN and at hsn.com.
Get the best deals on the things you love with the HSN card. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get all kinds of perks, like VIP financing on so many items, plus extra flex on every item under $369 all day, every day, and at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection, and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $40 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card. We love our gemstones to be beautiful, colorful, and durable. That's why we give some of them a little more love. Enhancements may require special care and may not be permanent, while others may last a lifetime. For more information, visit hsn.com and search Gemstone Care to see our Gemstone Enhancement Chart.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into HSN. My name is Nicole Hickel. Carly Klein is hanging out with us. We're diving into really a deep dive of addressing hair loss. And since health is top of mind of what we're talking about right now, but for many of you who are watching, I do want to give you the opportunity, if you want to snack some extra savings on Andrew Lesmond. He's known for his supplements, and I mean, he has thousands upon thousands of 5-star reviews. So there's a hair, skin, and nails that you can pick up. I know he has collagen available for you. Just all these different, low energy. There's all these things that you can address in his free shipping and special pricing on that. But for the next 30 minutes, if you're just joining us, we've been taking a deep dive into something that a lot of us just kind of have get nervous to talk about, which is hair loss, which affects many people around, the country. It could be you personally. It could be a loved one that you know. There is a solution, men and women alike. So this is not something that's only women or only men. Capillus is a cap, and it's a laser hair therapy. And this is FDA cleared. So it's important to know that the FDA has cleared this for you to use to address that thinning hair that you see in that before, and look at that after. In 6 months, what a difference that has made. You see the woman in the before, where you can really see that extreme part, and then you look at the after 1 year of use, the results that she has seen. So if you're like, wow, that was 6 months I saw results, right? This gentleman right here, 12 months. You're like, I know HSN usually does a 30-day return policy. Well, let's be honest, that would not be fair. It would not do you justice, anyone justice, to only give you 30 days, because you're not gonna see results in 30 days. You're growing real hair, whether from a hereditary hair loss or genetic hair loss. So we go beyond, way beyond the 30. We go beyond even 6 months. We actually give you 12 months, so an entire year, 365 days to get this home, give it a try. And if it does not work out, you can actually send it back. And please talk to your physician, talk this through a doctor that's already involved in your life right now. Pick this up at this sale price where it's almost 50% off. Then if you talk to your doctor, like, no, return it. You get your money back. But if you want to get it at this sale price, now's the opportunity. We also ship it to your doorstep for free. Now, let me help. I see the sale price. We're nearly 50% off. You're probably like, Nicole, $469. Still a little steep for me right now, but I do want to address the hair loss that I'm struggling with. Use of FlexPay, $93.80 is that first payment. It's interest-free payments. Here's where the HSN card really comes into play. You have 12 months to pay this off on your HSN credit card. $39 is that first payment on your card today. We ship it out to you for free. When you break down the sale price at $469, and this is a device that you will use every day for 6 minutes. And myself and Carly, we can't stress that enough. In order to see results, you gotta put in the work. And I love that the work is only 6 minutes. 6 minutes a day. When you how much is that treatment per day to pay this off at the $469? That's $1.29 a day for an entire year, and then you own it outright. This is not something that you pay us and send it. You own this outright. So I love that Carly Klein is with us, because she's been helping so many people for over 15 years addressing hair loss. So first and foremost, let's kind of talk about this technology. And then for those who are just joining us, I know a lot of you have been spending time getting educated on this. We'll show you we'll talk about who this is for. But the technology is really incredible.
So the technology with laser, whenever we're looking at it, a lot of times we thought, oh, this is snake oil. What does this do? It lights up. We're not using LEDs, we're using actual medical grade lasers. And so what happens, if you think about this, we have 60,000 hairs just on the top of our head alone, 40,000 on the sides. And so when we start losing this hair, we have all this plumbing, so to speak. We have blood vessels like umbilical cords connected. And what laser does, and what we found, is that it opens the blood vessels, and it actually can dilute that hormone that's causing hair loss out. So it starts to bring down the inflammation. As you can see that it reaches. Now, when we look at topicals and why even scalp activators, Rogaine, they're good for the hair, but they're not penetrating deep enough like this laser does. And so that's why laser works, because it can actually reach the root to start to restore it. So you get transplants, you gotta still do something to stop your hair loss. And a lot of women aren't candidates for transplants. And so this is a way that you can actually regrow the hair and start to see the benefits. And a lot of times too, I wanna bring out that the tiniest muscle in your whole body is connected to the root. So a lot of times when you're first starting to lose your hair, you might feel itchy, a little burning. This calms all of that down when it starts to restore the whole follicle.
I do want to mention too, so what I love is that it's an actual cap, and we can show you too. So this is how it is, and then you just put it on top of your head, and it's just a push of a button, and then you wear it for 6 minutes. So this is it. This is a device that is FDA cleared and that you will be utilizing. Our offer is tremendous, not only because this device itself sells for $8.99. We're actually throwing in a bonus of this Activator serum. Now, I will say the serum is on auto ship, means it ships to your doorstep every 30 days. So it's 30-day supplies that you have in there. It's $16.95, by the way. It's not, you won't have to pay the $4.69 because you already bought the cap. But that's just gonna really help condition the hair. It's that leave-in treatment, addressing and helping reduce the breakage. To be clear, you know, once you start really growing your hair, you're gonna wanna nourish it and love on it, right? We all do that right now. So, but the cap is what you need to wear every day for 6 minutes to grow that hair. This is just an extra bonus that you are getting with this. So talk about how we utilize this, because I want people to know that a lot of times when we're talking about hair loss, I'm sure there's all these different intrusive things that have come up over years. So this is for men, this is for women. This is actually for both. And it's so simple. I'll just hand it to you. Of just, this is your sipping your coffee in the morning. This is your reading the news in the morning. It's 6
Flexible.
minutes. Yeah.
It's so easy and it's comfortable. So this is easy. Like I said, my husband does this. We walk, he goes on his way to work. People don't even know he's stopping his hair loss while he's in the car. And what I love about this is too, when you take it off, let's say somebody comes to the door and you don't want to be on your laser, it actually is perfectly timed to pause you, and it won't even turn on until it goes back on your scalp. It has sensors in here to turn it off and on. It's pre-timed, so you turn it on, it's gonna turn itself off at 6 minutes. It really could not be more easy. Doesn't have to plug into a wall, so it's versatile. Most people take it on vacations if you want. What I love about laser is because we're actually fixing the problem, you can go on vacation a year from now and not even have to bring your laser, because it's like working out. Once that your body is getting into shape, it's not gonna revert to the way it was before. You have to keep it up, but you can take a weekend off here and there. It's the same thing with this. Once you get a year under your belt, you're good to go. Take a week off, but then get back on it, because your body's gonna wanna go after that hair. So I love that this is fixing the problem and reversing it, so that we're not putting a Band-Aid on it. Like a lot of the procedures, you might have heard of PRP or all of these other injections. They're great, but it doesn't stop the loss. And that's what's key about this, is that all these other procedures are fantastic. They're putting fertilizer into the scalp, but this is actually fixing the problem, so then those other treatments will really work for you in tandem.
Yeah, there's the before and there's the after. That's after
Great.
6 months. You're preventing further progression of the hair loss. That's the key and the difference with Capillus. And then you're restoring that thinning hair. This is thinning hair due to genetics or hereditary hair loss. The only person this is not for is if you are completely bald. Right? I love that we say you can't resurrect the dead. But we'll show you the chart. If you see yourself on this chart, we'll have Carly walk you through, this is how you know, okay, I'm a candidate for this, I'm suffering from hair loss, hereditary or genetic.
Yes, so we're looking at this. What does your mom look like? What do you look like? The biggest question I get asked at my treatment center is, my hair is falling out in clumps. So what is the first thing we stop doing? We stop washing our hair as much. So if you are struggling with hair loss, you see yourself on hair, washing your hair less is actually not beneficial. Wash your hair more, which is the exact opposite that you hear from your stylist. Make sure that you're cleansing it because you need to get that dead skin off so that that hair can start to poke through again. Here's the Norwood scale. This is where we're looking at for you. Where do you see yourself on here? Those temple areas, if you're looking at the class 3, don't expect hair to grow back there unless you have a lot that's in the dormancy. Look at all the rest of the hair that you could save. You might get a little bit of thickening, but the goal is, where are you today? We don't want you to ever get any worse, and we want to thicken up all the sick hairs that you have currently. And that's what we can do. If you're a 3 and you're predestined to go to a 7, you're never going to go there. There's no reason why people have to worry about having hair loss nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, when there's a solution like this, and it's a solution that you own, once you get this, and the cap is what you need. I mean, the serum, I love that we add that. That's a bonus, because once you start regrowing real hair, you're gonna wanna love on it, condition it, strengthen it, and get that elasticity. But the cap is what you need to wear every day for 6 minutes. I'll help you get this home, but what is top of mind for me, and what I really want you to know, because I know some of you have already added this to your cart, you checked out, you're ready to go. We'll walk them through the progress of what they expect to see, because remember, since you're growing real hair, this is not instant gratification. That's why we actually give you 365 days to use it, and if it doesn't work, we'll give you the return. I'll dive into that right after this, but I just want people to know the progress of what to expect.
Yeah, so what to expect when you start your cap. Don't expect anything at the beginning. Just do your treatments, and then after about 3 months, you're gonna start to notice that your hair might look a little bit fuller, but again, we're taking those initial photos so that we can track ourselves. Now, if we are forcing all this blood and cellular energy into that area, all those hairs that have barely been getting food are gonna start to wanna grow, which means that physically we're gonna start seeing a little bit more shedding. And a lot of times I have people calling me saying, this thing is causing me to have hair loss. That's not the way it goes. You're putting food back into there and it's getting energy. You're gonna start to notice that your pigment, your hair is gonna get a little bit darker in color. Your color will start to last longer. Those are all indicative that your laser's working. By 6 months, by looking in the mirror, you should start to see that you have more fullness, that those areas, your temple areas, this part line is not as wide as it used to be. It's actually closing up. But what I tell our clients at my treatment center is, if you look the same today as you do a year from now, we were successful in totally stopping your hair loss. Because what were you going to look like? Because once that hair follicle is gone, there is nothing we can do. We can't just make a new follicle for you. So we have to save what you have and make it healthy. So we need to make sure that we are being consistent. By 9 months, you're even looking better. At your year, you look fantastic, but you're gonna continue to thicken for 6, 7 years.
Wow.
Of using this. So the benefits, the first year is just to make sure you like it. It's going to work,
right.
But it's going to continue to thicken for that long. And that's why we make these so sturdy, because this needs to be a forever treatment for you, and it needs to last.
Yeah, it needs to last, and this is a treatment that you use once a day for 6 months. And here's the thing too, in order to get results, you gotta do it. Right, that's with any and everything, right? It's not, nothing just falls and you're like, oh, there's hair, right? You put it on, you wear it. It's a cap, it's portable, so use it in your car like Carly says that her husband does. Use it if you kind of have a skincare or a night routine that you do. You just need 6 minutes of your time to get this to work, and that is every day. I love that we have it at just about nearly 50% off. I think it's like 46, 47% off to be precise, but you have exceptional savings on this. We ship it to you for free. And then you have 5 months to pay this off. That 5 Flex is available for any debit or credit card. You love your Discover, you love your Amex, you love your Visa, MasterCard. That's your favorite thing to swipe with. $93.80 is that first payment, and then we ship it out to you for free. But here's the thing. This is the opportunity where I would encourage you to sign up for the HSN credit card, and I encourage you, one, because we put $40 in your account. Now you're at $429. But here's the biggest thing, is that we have VIP financing that is available. So you can pay this off for an entire year. That equates to $39 and like a few pennies every month. We ship it out to you immediately. By the way, you don't have to pay it off. As soon as you pay 39 and some change, our team is getting ready to pack it up and ship it out to you for free. That equates to, by the way, I have to point this out, and then we gotta listen to a testimony. I have to point this out to really put it into perspective, because when we think about our hair, it's attached to our confidence. We all are, right? I mean, whether you have a bad hair day, we don't feel good. And I know those who are suffering with hair loss, it's a struggle and something that you want to address, and it does hit your confidence. But here's the thing, at the sale price of $469 for the entire year that you have it, by the way, you have the entire year to see those results, and that's visible, fuller hair. If you don't love it, you send it back. But here's the thing, you paid $129 a day for that treatment. 6-minute treatment a day, $1.29 a day that you paid. If you don't love it, we give you your money back after a year. But let's listen to a testimony, because knowing this is not only for men, for women as well, of the results that they've seen from Capillus.
I would just notice it when I would take a shower, and the amount of hair that was in the drain, or we have white flooring, so I could see a lot of the hair on the floor. So when you're sweeping or vacuuming, you can see how much hair is all over the house. My husband would tell me, Anna, you need to go do something about this. This is not normal. This is something you really need to try to combat, because you're still young. And so a friend of mine told me about the Capillus cap, and encouraged me to get one. And so I went and got it, and it's one of the best investments I've ever made in my entire life. It really has changed how I feel about myself, how I look at myself in the mirror, and it's really an amazing product.
This is a device, by the way, that is FDA cleared. It's important when you're looking around, especially when we're addressing something that's medical hair loss, it's genetic, hereditary loss. It's important to know that it's FDA cleared device. So they give this seal like, yes, this is a device that will address the thinning hair. And on top of that, the biggest difference with this is preventing further progression, which is such a huge thing about this. Here's the thing, I want you to be comfortable with this purchase, and I want Carly to kind of dive into, not only is this for men or women, we can't, it really, hair loss when it comes to genetics and hereditary, it really knows no demographic, right? It doesn't matter the age that you are, the color of your skin, if you're a man or a woman, it really, no one is immune to, except from that, if it's genetic or hereditary loss as well. But to feel comfortable with this, what I would suggest, because the value is so good and I don't know when the price will go back up, get it home, use the FlexPay, whether it's on your personal card or whether the HSN card. Know that you can sign up for the HSN card and get the VIP financing, because you get to spread those payments. Then go talk to your doctor, talk to whoever is involved in your life right now addressing that hair loss. And then if you realize it's not something for me, then okay, send it back. But you have the entire year to actually use this, and then to see results like Lou did and after 6 months. But you've been working with hair loss, it's over 15 years, about 16 years to be precise, and you've worked with a range of patients, and you've said, really, you've noticed even younger patients that are dealing with this.
Well, and that's what really gets my heart, is that I hate seeing these kids who are just graduating high school. They're starting their life, and now they're just starting to get out there and dating and the whole thing, and having to feel insecure and having to use concealing products at that age. And so yes, being in dermatology, knowing that this is what I use on all of our clients, and I have literally treated thousands and thousands of clients, and I have almost every single one on this, and I don't have people ever returning, because we take photos and they will see the difference. They always do. But we're also very good at putting what the expectation is, which is what we're talking about now, stabilizing that loss. Because if I'm looking at this price, that's what you pay just to get your hair cut for the year, and this is going to last you years. And we're going to have lots of hair to cut and more hair to color, and it's going to be, you might actually get mad at us because you're going to have to color your hair more because it's going to be growing so much. But that is the key, is that we're seeing it young and older. We're seeing it all over the place, and so really taking control of it so that we can stabilize it, because once that hair is gone, it's gone and we can't bring it back. And then
Right.
you're looking at procedures like transplants or injections. These are all, you know, these are painful. This is, you can't even feel anything going on. And this is a holistic way of doing it, no side effects. So this is a way that you can get your hair back without having to get injections, getting a transplant, and
Right.
by the way, that still doesn't stop you from having more and more hair loss.
Right, that's the biggest thing with Capillus too, and that's what's really strong about this, that it's an FDA-cleared device that is like, yes, it restores the thinning hair due to genetic or hereditary loss, but it's preventing further progression. That's the biggest difference with this as well. That's why I love that we give you 12 months, because quite frankly, you're not gonna regrow. I mean, you're growing real hair. That's not gonna be 10 days, that's not gonna be 30, that's not even gonna be 90 days, right? I mean, you need that year to really see visible, fuller hair. So that's a great thing. And you think about it, at this price of $469, that equates, you gotta use it every day. That's the big, if there's one thing that you hear that we're telling you today, if you grab this, it's gotta be, you gotta use it every day, but it's only 6 minutes. This isn't 30 minutes, this isn't an hour, this is 6 minutes every day. It's portable, right? It recharges, so you're not tethered to an outlet. You also have this Activator serum that is a bonus that we're putting in for this value that you're not paying for, right? That is $60.95. Really quickly mention that, because you gotta use the device every day for 6 minutes. You don't have to use the serum, but once you really start getting that hair, you want something to condition and strengthen, and that's what this does.
This Activator I love. It's silky, it's serumy. This is great nutrients for your hair. You need to make sure that you're replenishing that hydration, and we want to have those antioxidants, those DHT blockers, everything that we can get topically while we're working on internally what's going on. So this Activator, for the price, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, this needs to be in your routine every single day.
And you can get it, by the way, on auto ship. Auto ship here at HSN is that we ship it to your doorstep. In this case, it's every 30 days, so every month. So you'll always have it on hand, and that price will be $60.95, not the $469, because you'll already have the device. And remember, you own this device. That's different from walking into someone who's like, oh yeah, we do the laser treatment, and they're charging you for each session that you're going to as well. Please discuss this with your doctor. But I would grab it, use the flex pay, and then if you don't love it, but you have 12 months. You have, this really is a risk-free. I don't know, can I walk into your office, Carly, and ask for my money back after a year?
No.
Okay, all right. And HSN, we give you that opportunity. And to see this, look at after a year on this woman,
It's
of how
incredible.
that part has closed.
But again, she probably came in thinking, oh, I've got hormones or stress, and if she would have waited and tried all the topicals and the vitamins that were out there and really didn't address this, what would she look like today?
Right,
You know,
right.
and so that's where we're looking at. That's really important that we take action while we're seeing it, even if we're worried about it. Now, this has been written up all with the Dermatology Journal. If you go to your dermatologist, there's no way they haven't heard about Capillus, because they have been in every medical documents that you can find. We've done tons of clinicals to prove that these work. The science now is irrefutable that this can stabilize your loss and help you with that. So if you're, a child, teenager, adult, anything that you're dealing with when it comes to hair loss, try this. You're not gonna feel anything, it's not painful, but do give it 6 months, because just like we talked about, 50% of your hair has changed by the time you look in the mirror and you see a problem. This technology is the first thing I always think about when you go to the ophthalmologist. They dilate your eyes, you have no control. Laser dilates your blood vessels. You have no control. It's force feeding those hairs so that they can be rejuvenated and start to get thicker and fatter because they're getting food. And so you'll notice that sometimes your hair gets a little bit lighter on the front. It's not holding that pigmentation. This starts to force that color right back in. You'll see people that I tell them, wow, are you starting to color your hair? Never have colored their hair. They're starting to get that dark, rich hair back again. So that's just an added bonus.
Yeah.
We can't help gray hair though. Everybody asks, can we help with gray hair?
Well, yeah, no. What's also too, this is assembled in the United States too, which is really important. But as you see the cap, just like you see it here, and then I'll have Carly show you too. All you do is put it on your head, and for 6 minutes a day. Think about it, do you have 6 minutes, right? And I like to point out too, with items like this, because I love when I can show you something that can truly make a difference. I mean, we'll listen to one more testimony. I know we have a couple more minutes. I think it's important you hear from someone who has actually utilized this and seen the results and absolutely loved it. I think Tara was a great example if we'll play that one. But what I love is that it's just a cap that you put on, and it's a push of a button. It's portable. It's your coffee time. It's your catch up on the news time. It's your walk the dog time, because it's long enough to where you put it in your pocket if you want. You can walk around with this. Carly's husband uses it in the car. Everybody's like, oh, that's a cool bob cap. Nobody would know.
I know. And I'm telling you, he's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. But I actually lost my hair over a decade ago, and I mean, my crown was very see-through, and I started using this technology, and it's so easy, and I just put it right by my nightstand so I don't forget. That's the biggest thing, is just getting into the habit. But once you have it and it's visible, you're gonna do it. And I started to notice a difference within 6 months, and I don't miss my laser.
That's and it just goes off on its own, right?
Yeah.
After the 6 minutes?
It'll just beep and it will be done.
There you go.
You can't even walk your dog outside. You'll already be done with your treatment. So
if you're like me, I'm trying to drag my dog out of the bed. You'll already be done with your treatment. Let's listen to someone really quickly, a really incredible